Matt Lenihan, Boxing Social in association with Forged Irish Stout, Empire Fight Store. We're here, Peter Fury, second time in a few days, but obviously Hughie had his return at the weekend. We did obviously another big fight at the weekend, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. I want to start there. What did you make of that? Obviously missed the weight, but came in, did the business. What's your thoughts on it all?
Good tactics. He blagged everybody and got it right, and obviously, he got the result.
When you look at a fight like that, if a fighter misses weight by 3 pounds, I know he's paid his fine. There was a big debate on Twitter, or X, or whatever you call it nowadays, about does it tarnish his victory at all? In your eyes, does it or does it not?
No. Listen, he played a clever move, and the way he was going on in the interviews and the build-ups and all this, listen, you got to do whatever it takes, and hat off to him. He's done a good job.
What would you like to see him do next? He's mentioned, I know Oscar's talked about, he's too big for 140, clearly. So bouncing up to welterweight, when you look at the names up there, him and Conor Benn have had a bit of a back and forth. I know he's wanting to sort himself out so he can fight over here, but do you look at that fight as a big fight, something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I'm interested in all the big fights. He's a good talent, Garcia. I like him. I think he's a fabulous young fighter.
You know, when you're seeing him at the weigh-in and he's there and, he's drinking beer. I think he said after there weren't beer in it, but when you see that from the outside, you're thinking, this is a car crash potentially waiting to happen. Did you feel like this was a blag before it started, or were you like, this isn't right? There are a lot of people saying, how's this fight going ahead?
I've got my opinion on it, and it's I've always had suspicions of what it is, So, look, he's passed all the medicals, and if he wasn't well, he wouldn't be let in there. So they've got some good commissions over in America. So, listen, he done well. He fooled a lot of people. So it's good for him.
100%. There's some huge fights coming up. We haven't had time to touch on them yet. The 5v5, Frank versus Eddie. Who do you think comes out on top when you look at the fights and how they marry up?
I haven't really looked it into detail, but I'm sure it'll be good fights. And whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Wilder Zhang, obviously Joe Parker's been in with both of them too, got the victory over the pair of them. He sort of sat back as a spectator seeing what's next for him, but what do you think happens? Do you think we can see the old Deontay Wilder against someone like Zhilei Zhang, or how do you see it playing out?
Listen, he can knock Zhilei Zhang out, and Zhang can knock him out, so 50-50, that type of fight. They're all 50-50, you can't say. I had a quick look at them, and for what I can see, you can't say one's definitely going to beat the other. Is
that the type of boxing card that you sort of love to see as, trainer and what when you're looking around? Because you see some cards sometimes from top to bottom, and a lot of times, especially from a fan's point of view, they go, we can pretty much know what's going to happen here in a lot of them. But this fight, like Eddie says, every one of them, there's jeopardy. Nobody can hang the hat and definitely maybe say he's definitely going to win that. No,
I think he's right, and I think they are good fights. So, these are the fights that need to happen. So it is good, because like you said, a lot of the fights, you might as well say, right, he's going to win. Yeah. That's it. But no, they're pretty evenly matched.
How would you make Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol? For the hardcores, a lot of this is like probably the best fight to make in boxing at the minute. How do you see that fight?
They've both got the strengths, haven't they? Bivol's such an elite boxer, isn't he? So loose on his feet, very awkward guy, and Beterbiev's got that awesome power, hasn't he? Mm-hmm. So, again, it's a pick-em type of fight. You can't say guaranteed one way or the other.
In terms of what's to come for people in this gym, what can you tell us, sort of an update? We know Hugh is back out, I believe, in a few weeks. Is that still the case?
Yeah, he's back training. He's been training this evening. So he only boxed Saturday, and here we are again on Monday, so he's back in the gym. We've got lots happening. April Hunter, we're looking...
Big fight apparently pending.
Yes, possible world title fight pending, so we're dealing with that. What else have we got?
Matty?
Yeah, Matty's out in June. He's on again in June. Who else have we got here?
Savannah's bounced off to the PFL for a little while, so...
Yeah, I think she's on the 8th of June. So it's busy. We've got some busy fights lined up. And we've got Kohler there. He's waiting to get his license to have his professional debut. Mm-hmm.
It's a busy gym, isn't it? Like when you look at the amateurs that are just about to turn pro as well. Do you envisage it getting busier? Any other people going to come down? Is it hard as well when you see fighters come through the door and they want to be here and you're like, yep, that's another one added to the stable?
Not really, you know. Everybody in this gym has got history with me anyway. You know, so, you know, Colo was at the other gym. You come there when you was a young kid, didn't you? So I know he's trainer Tommy Battle as well. Yeah. He's a good pal of mine over the years. So yeah, everybody here has got good history with me.
In terms of Matty, obviously I know he's just sat there. We're going to speak to him shortly after. Had the one fight with you so far, got through, got the victory, got back on track after that upset defeat. What we're going to see for him next? I know he's keen to get back out. What type of fight? Is it just getting that familiarity with yourself in another fight, potential rematch against the guy who's been beaten by? What do you think should be next for him?
Yeah, that when Matty fought that guy, and obviously we've had him up close now because we boxed him on Saturday, and you know it was too that opponent was too early, you know, so.
Game, wasn't it? Like?
Yeah, but what you've got here, you've got a guy who delivers constant pressure. Doesn't have to be throwing much, but he constantly puts you under pressure. And you need experience to deal with guys like that, especially when they're coming to win as well. Yeah. And, you know, as tough as teak. So just Matt just needed a bit more experience. So, yeah, we'll get him down the line for sure.
What's impressed you about him? What sort of subtle changes has he added to his game that you've seen from when you had him for that first session to now? It's always different. You move locations, different scenery, trainer, different way of working. What are the sort of subtle changes you've seen in him which has pleased you so far?
I think we're seeing a lot of, you know, look, it's not about big changes. It's about the small increments that Matt won't even see, but I see them. So Matt's being built mentally, physically, and everything else as he's going along. Not that he's mentally weak, but all fighters need building mentally and physically. So this game is a lot of it is mental anyway. Yeah. So he's building up on all fronts. So he's improving. You know, little things are coming on. So it's time, drilling it in, constant work, good work ethic, and he'll get there. The talent's there. Yeah. So he's definitely talented, and he's definitely one to watch in the heavyweights. Mm-hmm. So I'm pleased where he is because I'm pleased for me, I'm glad he's come up short because he knows what he's got to do. So he'll learn from that.
Is that a wake-up call that can obviously benefit him further down the line and to happen this early better than, you know, later on when he starts going up in levels?
Of course it is. You know, he's not got beat up. He beat himself. You know, it's not the guy in front of him that's done it. He's done it to himself through lack of experience on what to do and how to deal with it in these situations. Mm-hmm. So we're looking at a guy there who's very experienced and, you know, limited. He's a journeyman, no doubt. He's limited. But he's very effective. And he's a journeyman that can take a lot of punishment and he comes to win. And he puts pressure on, he keeps coming, and he's fit. Yeah. Them type of opponents are horrible to fight, no matter who you are. They're not easy to deal with.
Are they the type of fighters who, when people say, you know what, it doesn't matter how elite you are or whatever, they come and they can make anyone look bad just because of the style? And even in like that last round, I referenced it to you, he's sort of egging Hughie on and trying to draw him into stuff he doesn't need to get drawn into when the fight's clearly won. That type of thing.
You know, look, we picked him for that reason. You know, he's a guy that throws punches. Is to get Hughie in there. It's never about the win. Of course he's going to get his hand lifted at the end of that. But he can give him work. You know, he's had to focus in there for 3 minutes of the round because that's the type of guy he is. He's a good, solid journeyman.
Last one from me, just moving away from this, 'cause I know you've got to get off. There was a fight on the Garcia Haney undercard I want to ask you about. Did you see Sean McComb's fight? And if so, what did you make of it?
I did watch some undercard fights, and
a lot of people saying that was a bad robbery away. I think 90-something% in a poll from the boxing fans said that he got robbed against Barbosa.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on it. I probably did see it, but it was late in the evening.
Few bottles.
Late early morning. Few bottles of wine later, so I'm not going to comment when I was probably in cuckoo land.
I have to say, I was saying to you off camera, your X account, Twitter account, whatever it is, as soon as I see a few bottles down, it's like, right, notifications on, let's see what's going to come out. You do that for a bit of fun, don't you?
I have a bit of fun. Listen, you got to have a bit of a laugh, ain't you? I enjoy the odd bottle of wine. No point saying I enjoy a glass of wine, because that'd be a lie. So, it's the odd bottle. I've even got me decanter cola, you know? So I've got it there ready, you know? So, listen, I have the best night's sleep on it ever.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just
A bottle or a couple?
Maybe, well, it's got a couple on it, you know, can't mess around with one.
Just like a warm-up for the second.
Listen, 18 odd stone, what's that going to do? One bottle for me. It's like giving me, I don't know, it's like giving me a starter for a dinner or something. It's not enough, is it? Yeah. You know, so there
a
you
lot
are.
of the world gets put to right on a bottle of red, doesn't it?
Well, you know, listen, what did he say? What did he say when people get drunk anyway? What did he say? Where he can, it's where the true colours comes out or the truth comes out. I better watch what I'm doing in future. I best cut it to 1.5 bottles or something.
I think you should up it to 3.
Yeah. I'll probably get the licence revoked. Don't be training anybody.
Completely cancelled. Look, Peter, I appreciate you letting us come down here, first time here, and getting some footage of the guys. Be back again soon, hopefully, and we'll catch up soon and hopefully some fight news for these guys, so appreciate it.
Definitely, and it's good to have you down here. And yeah, looking forward to the fights. We've got a busy year this year. Everybody's fighting.
100%. Peter, appreciate your time.
All the best.